Hey there, NPCs. Welcome to Tuesday Night Shadowrun Shenanigans. I'm Bob, your GM, and we are proceeding through the Chicago Missions arc with probably the climactic fight for mission 0705, A Little Wetwork. So 2 weeks ago on Shadowrun Missions, we had a planning session. There were a couple of inflatable rafts and some wetsuits ordered by Drone Dash. I think KO paid for most of that. And
Yes.
we sort of set you guys up, and the plan that I remember is that you guys backed Andy onto the boat that you rented from Goober, and so I guess Frodo, you are riding in Andy on the boat.
Yes.
And sort of, I don't know, are you accessing the controls to the boat, or is someone else going to drive? The question is, do you have pilot watercraft?
I do have pilot watercraft.
Okay, that's good. And then I'm hoping at least two of you have pilot watercraft, other than Frodo. Richard does.
I don't think.
And let's see if Mac has it.
Pretty sure I would.
Nope. You have pilot groundcraft, but not watercraft.
That tracks.
So that being said, if anybody has a good reaction score, you can default to that. Because I guess Gertrude will be driving one of the inflatable rafts, and someone else will be driving the second one. And I guess the idea was, what was the idea?
The second one would be if the first one sank.
So you're sort of, that one's in tow, and Gertrude's essentially driving both of them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Weren't we gonna sort of like go out to sea, like around where we need to be, and just kind of chill, like cut the engine and wait?
Yeah, we were going to go intercept them mid-lake, I guess, and
it's not really mid-lake, but it is mid-journey, and it's probably the furthest away from shore they'll be.
And turn out all the lights, and then use the sneaky boat and go up to them and steal their stuff. Sink their stuff. You can kill people, probably.
Oh yeah, it's encouraged. Yeah, go ham.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
You're going out there then, what, half an hour early?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do you think you have a good ping on where the boat is? I mean, you haven't hacked it or anything, but you have a fairly good idea from the distance that it's going and sort of the time. You've done the calculation, and you think you know where roughly it is.
I know where it should be in theory.
That's right.
Which is the best way to know something.
Did you say that out loud?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
See Mac just kind of side-eyeing you, like, but practice might be a really great way to make sure we don't die.
You're definitely not wrong. Yeah.
I'm glad you're learning that already. Well done.
I'll ask our two watercraft pilots to make rolls.
Alrighty.
And I'm assuming that everybody who got a wetsuit is in a wetsuit now, because it is still pouring rain.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, how bad is that? I got some nerps. I'll throw some nerps at it. Here, I'll throw a nerp at it.
Yeah, maybe throw a nerp at it.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw a nerf at it. Here you go. Boom. Add another one.
So 2 hits. Okay. What you find is, fortunately, Gertrude is a better watercraft pilot and is able to guide. So you're going a bit slow because you're waiting for the inflatable raft to sort of drive its way out there, and the visibility is pretty low. But your little ping that you've calculated is making its way toward your position. You have sort of set up in wait, and I will ask. Let's see. No, that's fine. That's fine. Any other preparations that you're doing other than sitting out there on the lake in the rain?
I'm wearing my wetsuit outfit.
Yep.
I'm holding up a boombox in the rain. No, sorry.
Nice. So, since the picture our audience is seeing is of the ads that flow out for the Billy Berserker show on Andy, I'll ask you: are those subdued for this mission?
Oh, dude, yeah. We're going. Yeah, turned off.
Okay. Oh, so you're not letting Billy kick in the door per se.
Oh no, we're just not screaming, having Billy kicking doors in the middle of the lake when we're trying to be stealthy. No, that's probably
Okay.
a bad idea. Right? Yeah.
All right. So you're out there getting wet, but that's why you have wetsuits. And you see, and it's probably only 100 meters away, you see this tug pulling a barge. And really what you're seeing is you're seeing the tug sort of emerge from the storm. And you can see definitely there's a mass behind it that is probably the barge. And you're kind of in the way.
Was the plan to be in the way?
No,
No.
but here we are.
I'm gonna try to like drift it off to the side a little bit so that we're not, directly in the way.
If we were to, how heavy are these? The not the rafts. That's the word I was looking for. The floaty things that we have. How
I mean, they're inflatable rafts, so they're
not heavy.
they're not heavy. They were delivered one at a time by Drone Dad.
Okay.
So now that they're sort of they're unfolded and inflated on the lake. They're not that heavy. Short of, I mean, you have to bail out the inside of the boat every once in a while.
Okay. If I were to jump into the water and pull, could I pull it aside out of the way? Since it's been a wetsuit anyway.
Yeah, I'll let you do that. So go ahead and make a swimming. So I'll make a swimming test for you since I forget you're having issues with connectivity. So this would be a swimming test for you.
I think tomorrow I'll be calling me like, I'm going to switch to T-Mobile. See what happens. It'll go well.
Oof. So you jump in the water with one hit. Incidentally, let's throw that in the chat. So remember, chat, you guys can help out our runners.
Oh no! What happened? What did I?
Actually, you do have 2 nerps and 2 edge.
Okay.
So you can spend an ERP, and that'll give you an extra 3 dice on it.
I think this is not as important of a thing yet for me to base
Okay.
some rolls on, because I feel like later on I also could potentially roll very poorly, and might need those extra.
Okay. So you jump in and you're sort of swimming, and it's rough seas or rough lake, as it were. And the rest of you do notice a scrape of the raft against the hull of the tugboat. But it's at least a scrape and not a full-on collision. You think maybe in the storm nobody heard that?
Maybe.
Yeah, I hit the button on the cannon, so the cannon's gonna.
Okay.
So
I
you
guess
say so we're like a rafts width apart from the our boats are a raft width apart. Is that what you're saying?
So it's basically the lead raft and the raft that's tied to it are basically skimming down the side of the tugboat,
Okay.
and then I'm going to need some sort of a maneuver from you for Andy/boat.
Alrighty. So pilot watercraft. I will use an. Ooh, let's see.
Uh-oh.
I will pre-edge. I'll go ahead and pre-edge.
Okay.
And then boop. 3.
What is your edge score?
3.
Your
So
your pilot watercraft is 3, and your reaction is 6.
Yes.
Okay, so it did not actually pre-edge. So
Okay.
go ahead and roll 5 more dice. So fortunately, not a glitch of any kind. But you do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hits. So somehow you finally get the feel of this awkward situation with driving a ground vehicle strapped to the top of a boat, and you sort of drifted out of the way using not much thrust, but mostly just rudder.
Okay.
And you managed to sort of get it out of the way of the tugboat. You do notice as the large barge sort of emerges from the storm, you're having to maneuver more to get around the barge. But you manage to do it, you think, without sounding that motor loud enough to be heard.
Alrighty. I'm gonna. Hey, you guys. I think now's the time. If we're gonna jump ship, we're pretty much trading pain at this point.
So I guess as the boat and barge pass or skim our boat, just jump over onto the barge. Right? Is that a good move?
So what happens to the inflatable rafts is it sort of skims down the side of the tugboat. It does get sort of hung up on the front of the barge.
Okay.
Fortunately, the barge isn't like high up or anything, so you're able to climb out. But you think at this point people are going to start seeing what's going on. So I will open the initiative tracker and ask you to roll initiative.
Activate kill mode.
So be sure to click on your token and then roll initiative. And I'll take care of Mac here.
Sorry. I'm going to be apologizing a lot this session.
Don't worry about it. Jake. We need rolls from Gertrude and Mather.
Oh, see. Well, it told me I didn't have a valid token. And I forgot how to play this game.
You don't let that program rule you. You tell it, my token's valid, damn it.
All tokens are.
So we'll do this, Gertrude.
Don't let roll 20 validate you.
There. Okay. So those of you on the inflatable rafts and Mac, who is swimming, Mac, you're kind of occupied by swimming at this point.
Yeah.
The water's not terribly cold. I mean, it's August, but it is kind of distracting with the rain and the choppy sea, or choppy sea. It's not sea. The choppy lake and all the rain, thunder and lightning.
I'm hearing that I rolled poorly. That's what I'm hearing.
What I'm saying is the people who are sort of sitting in the raft do hear aboard the barge a guttural dog bark.
Oh no. What you're saying is I didn't hear that?
I will actually roll a perception test for you.
Okay.
With a penalty for being in the water. You do hear that, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, didn't dogs literally almost TPK us last time? I'm trying to remember that while we're in the
They
sewer.
almost killed me. That was.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say define us, because it was definitely.
It was definitely the face trying to solo it.
Okay, all right.
That moment Easton forgot he wasn't playing a street scene.
Uh-huh.
To be fair, Ethan, you had me convinced that you were going to be fine.
Are we what part of the raft there or the tugboat it's on? Like a side or a front or back or anything?
Probably closer to the front, you think.
Okay.
And it's more of it's this sort of low growl, and then you hear it sounds like the growl wasn't quite pointed toward you, but the bark definitely is pointed toward you guys.
Cool.
Like whatever this dog is has noticed. So
I'd like.
Year 4.
Oh my gosh. Well, if he's noticed us, can we still stealth? Probably not, right?
So I will ask each of you to make a stealth test or sneaking test.
I'm still on the boat. Do I need to make one?
You do not need to make one because you're still in the SUV on the boat.
Yeah.
You are exactly as stealthy as anyone would be in an SUV strapped to a boat.
Fair enough. That's all.
With the laser cannon about to fire. To be fair, because the question was asked in chat, this does not sound like a tiny dog.
So if one is trying to stealth, but one does not have such a skill,
That'll be unskilled agility.
That's very good for me. I usually get one.
Wow, how about that?
Boat stealthily.
The what knowledge skills we have. Nope. Um, nope. Nope. Okay. Okay. And then so Sierra 2 is gone. It is now KO's turn.
Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna go. So I assume on the barge there are just like crates and was
Mhm.
it shipping containers stacked above each other?
Yeah, so it's a big wide sort of rectangular long. It's hard to call it a boat. It's just a flat floaty thing
Yeah.
that has stuff piled on it.
Would corporate security help me in any way?
You know what? Go ahead and roll a corporate security test.
I'm gonna use a NERP.
Okay. And what are you trying to figure out?
Just like what the general security protocol would be on this.
On a barge, okay.
Sharp 3d6 greater than 5. That'd be a
Well,
waste of my time and your time and everyone else's.
At least it didn't stumble you into a glitch.
Mm-hmm.
Because that couldn't happen. No, that couldn't happen with this test, but it is theoretically possible, since we're talking about things that are theoretically possible.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah, so with 2 hits, you get sort of a general knowledge of what sort of goes on with this sort of security detail. You're pretty sure there's going to be some sort of matrix security, probably in the pilot house of the tugboat.
Mm-hmm.
There may or may not be a mage, depending on how high value the cargo is. You think if that's the case, they're probably staying where it's dry in the pilot house and the tugboat. And then it falls to the unfortunate basic security guards to rove the barge surface. And it's not unheard of for security guards to be trained in handling a dog, or, now that you think of it, a hellhound.
Okay.
Get back in the car.
And sure enough, as you're climbing up on deck, you do see sort of it's sort of rounding the corner with some cargo. You see down the sort of aisle there, close to the water line, you see a guard and what is definitely a hellhound.
Sick.
Can
Okay.
they swim?
I
was about to find out.
Okay.
I would like to go to where the barge is connected to the boat and try and disconnect them.
Okay. That's basically where your inflatable rafts are, so that you have no trouble getting to it.
Okay.
I'm going to ask for a mechanical engineering test.
What about demolitions?
I will let you roll. So I will let you roll demolitions. It'll have a slightly higher threshold.
What if I just
Uh,
shatter shielded this?
I
Or,
mean,
or shattered this?
you could certainly do that.
Okay.
It would definitely announce your presence, though.
I'll roll demolitions and hope it's good.
Okay. Oof.
I would like to. Whew, but it's not more. It's not more.
It's not more. So this is one of those places where it's theoretically possible if you roll a NERP and two of them pop up ones, you go into glitch territory.
Yes. I would like to edge.
Okay.
Can I NERP and then edge?
So if you NERP and it glitches, you're still stuck with the glitch.
Yeah, I'll risk it.
Okay.
With the biscuit, all right.
So NERP coming up first.
It's okay. No,
Okay.
I won't do this anymore, and then we'll just
So if you're gonna edge it, that's re-rolling 7 die.
7 die. Okay, 7d6 greater than 5. Oh no! Did I just get kicked out of Roll20 and have to come back in? just in case. Oh. Okay, 2 more successes. That's 4.
Okay.
Wow, these 4s are real killer.
I gotta love our D20.
So that's great.
Okay. So you reach out with you have some tools that you pull up for demolitions use, and they're not quite the right tool for the job for this sort of mechanical structure, but you're making it work. It's enough that you use the right tool to you cut one of the cables, you pick a lock, and it sort of it falls free, and so the tug is sort of pulling away from the barge.
Amazing.
So that'll bring us to Gertrude.
And I start to. How powerful are these rafts that I'm driving?
So each of them is an inflatable raft with a small outboard motor.
Okay.
I mean, right now, you guys drove out here, the 4 of you in this raft, and towing the other one. And I think the plan was that you thought you could get one of the 3 Tricons worth of cargo split among the 2 rafts.
Well, if she's disconnected the barge from the boat, I'd like to try and put some distance between us and the boat.
Okay.
If I can do that.
Yeah, so you'll have to fire up the outboard motor, which is fine because this is a fairly. It is not as large as the motor driving the boat that Andy's on.
Okay. Yeah.
So there's a chance it might be quite enough to be unheard in this storm.
All right. Cool.
So go ahead and make a pilot watercraft test. Okay. It's kind of rough because as it turns out, the barge still has some momentum with it. The tugboat has pulled away, but the barge it's very slowly coming to a stop. You think it'll probably still be moving for the next couple of combat turns. But you're able to sort of maneuver your raft, and by extension, the raft that's tied to the back of you. That one that's tied to the back sort of bounces a couple of times against the hull of the barge as you swing around to one side. And you'll get maybe, I don't know, 10 meters or so down down one side of the barge.
Works for me.
And we'll say, Max, since you were trying to pull the raft before, you can go along with the raft that it would now be pulling you.
It's fine.
Okay. It is Max's turn now.
Okay. I mean, I was gonna do something entirely different, but I guess if I'm floating along with a raft,
I mean, you could let go from the raft and do what you intended to do if you want to do that.
I mean, what I kind of wanted to do was, no, because then it will. I guess if we've disconnected, it's not as much of a big deal. I was gonna try to see if the puppy could swim, but puppy doesn't need to swim anymore. So yeah, I'm gonna. Not sure what that was. I'm gonna go ahead and just. I don't know if I can help, like push something along or push like do something to help us get more distance between us and the tugboat. Is there anything I can do? Probably not.
You could try some more swimming, or probably what might work a little better is if you could jump in the other raft and fire it up.
Okay.
I'm a fan of the get out and push idea that Bob was on for a second. You could try swimming. Yeah, get out and push it.
What could possibly go wrong?
Clearly nothing when it's me. Yeah, I will go ahead and the problem I don't have the watercraft thingy, but I can definitely try to fire up the other one.
Mm-hmm.
I'll try that.
It'll be a default roll to reaction, which I see rolling. You'd be rolling 3 dice.
Okay.
Or, so you may recall you have, I mean, if you really want to do this, and this is a physical ability, you do have the power to boost an attribute to 12 for one task.
Okay.
So you would be rolling 11 dice instead of 3.
Yeah. I guess yeah, it's probably a really good idea for us to get this away. So yeah, we'll try it. We'll do that.
Okay. So this is the supernatural prowess adept power.
Okay.
So you're boosting your reaction to 12, which means you're going to roll 11d6 greater than 5. It helps if I say 11d6 and not 1d6. Okay, that's better. So 4 successes.
Out of 11.
Out of 11, which is kind of average.
Yeah. Okay.
But with an alacrity that you have not yet, the rest of you have not yet seen her exhibit, Mac jumps in the other boat and pilots it around, so that now the 2 rafts are a little further down the side of the barge. Frodo.
So what's the tugboat doing now that it's cut free?
They don't seem to have reacted yet.
And is KO on the tugboat still, or is he on like the barge side of things?
Ooh, so that's a good question, KO. As you're separating the barge from the tugboat, the raft that you were on slips out from beneath you. Would you like to stay with the raft or stay with the barge?
Barge. barge with my friends. Barge.
Okay. So as these two rafts go out from underneath KO, you see KO just sort of heft herself onto the essentially the towing rack.
Alrighty.
So she is on the barge.
Okay, so she's on the barge. I'm going to aim the cannon at the tugboat, and I'm going to, take aim at it, in case they get froggy.
Okay.
Here in a second, and then
So I heard take aim, and that's not a fire.
that's not fire. Yeah.
Okay.
So that adds dice when I actually do fire, right?
That's right. So take aim is a simple action. Each take aim action adds one to your dice pool or one accuracy.
Alrighty. So yeah, I will.
But since you're jumped into Andy, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So you're going to take this as a dice pool modifier.
Fantastic.
Let's see. So we'll say. So you can take multiple. So you can take 2 take aim actions this turn. So you're basically doing 2 simples instead of a complex action.
Oh well, yeah, I'll definitely do that.
The limit of the number of take aim actions you can take is, in this case, it's half your willpower. Round up.
Okay, so half my willpower. Okay, round it up. So 3. Boom.
Okay.
Okay. Alrighty.
But
that'll be my turn.
But that is your turn. Mather.
All right. Because it was discussed earlier, nobody told me not to. I sit down on the deck of whichever vessel I'm on because I didn't keep track. And I cut my hand with my pocket knife, put it in the water, begin singing Drowning by Chris Young to center myself. And then I look up in the rain and go, Ran, drowner of men, give me your aid. And I summon a Force 7 water elemental.
Okay. Force 7. You gotta remember, in 5th edition, it rolls. It's force and dice and not twice force.
Yeah. And
But the drain is doubled.
the drain is doubled. And I'm going to go ahead and spend a nerf to give me 3 bonus dice just to make sure that I don't screw this up. Eleven hits.
Okay. So you get. So it's 7 hits because that's your force.
Yes.
So that's the limit. So you get. I mean, it doesn't matter that much. It's still. I mean, 4 services in this combat is as good as 8. So you get 4 services, and you need to soak 6 drain.
Okay. +1 for centering. Take 1 stun.
Your magic is 7.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So my nose bleeds just a little bit, but I get what I want.
You hear the thunder crack as your spirit appears in astral space. And then it goes to second pass. All right, so so I need to roll for this thing. Okay. So the Hellhound comes closer to where the boats are, as it's sort of barking down over the edge. And as it's barking down, its eyes glow and its mouth glows, and this gout of flame spews down toward Gertrude, we'll say. So I need to roll with a modifier. Oh, -3, we'll say.
So you sure you can't like Caesar Milan this this dog here, Gertrude? Hit it with that calm, assertive energy.
I don't know how hellhounds would respond to my leadership style. I don't know that they know how to read the PowerPoints.
So we need a defense roll from Gertrude.
Did we get turned off? Oh,
Okay. Sorry about that, folks. We got kicked again. So Gertrude has just barely dodged this this gout of flame, and it's enough that it sort of goes over the. You dodge, and it sort of between it sort of the rain, quenching it a bit, and it's shooting just over the bow of the raft. It has no effect. It just sizzles in the water. That'll bring us to them. Let's see. Need a perception roll. Nope. For the record, Frodo, the tugboat is pulling away faster. It's accelerating away from the barge.
okay.
It's then that the Hellhound is there, sort of growling down at you, and then over the side also you see what must be its handler, who pops over with an AK-97. And we'll take a shot at. We'll take a shot at Mac, actually.
Sure. Didn't take
And
enough
roll.
damage. Fine.
Hmm?
I said I didn't take enough damage last time. It's cool.
Let's see. So your defense. Let's see here.
Well, so far it looks good.
So defense with a.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Oh God. The problem is I can't see it. This is uncomfortable.
Yeah, you rolled 0.
I rolled. You rolled 16 dice with 0 hits.
Well, like luckily they only hit you once, so.
Is that acceptable to you, or do you want to do something about that?
No, No, it's not acceptable. No.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
So what would you like to do about it? So you do have some you do have some gifts from chat. You also have your 2 points of personal edge.
Okay. I mean, I want to fix it.
Okay.
So
If you use edge, you get to reroll all your dice. So you
Yeah.
rolled 16 dice, I had 0 hits. So if you use that,
part.
Surely that can't happen again.
yeah.
I mean, don't test the Roll20 gods. I've learned not to test them. But yes, that one.
There
That
you
would be
go.
great.
That is much more acceptable, and is much less a hit and more of a bullet going into the water.
Oh, good. What was the reroll?
7 hits.
Fantastic. Love that.
And I need to roll I have a character sheet for this guy. I need a perception test. Okay, that's pretty terrible. So we'll go to KO.
Okay.
KO, you do see a guy who's looking in your general direction, but apparently hasn't seen you yet.
Yes, because I'm wearing my stealthy wetsuit. I can I message the team to ask them a question? Well, not message them, but can I talk to them through comms and then still have like
you
okay.
have comms.
Are you guys cool with me just going ahead and sinking this barge?
Oh, yeah. We can
Yeah.
sink shit all day. Yeah, let's do this.
Most
Cool. Then I'm going to slide down the side of the barge and then use shatter
Okay.
on it.
So you're gonna want it's a direct spell, is it, or an indirect spell?
It is a direct, physical, instant, direct. Yep.
Direct. Okay. So with direct spells in 5th edition, the way you do this is a Force 1 pre-ed.
Force 1 pre-edge.
Yeah. Because the Force doesn't give you any base damage. All of your damage comes from the hits.
Okay, so I'm going to hit shatter, right? To cast it?
So you'd want to spend an edge.
Spend an edge.
Make sure your edge button is clicked.
Oh, cancel. Okay, edge button clicked. Click.
And Tessalon has just given you another edge to pre-edge.
Good man.
And an edge to help you break stuff.
Okay, so
And another edge.
Oh my god. Okay. So modifiers, do I need to put anything? No.
No.
Okay. Submit force 1 and that'll do it.
Yep.
Okay. 7 hits.
Okay.
And then drain 2? -5? 2? What?
So so it's like force -6, I think it is, because it's a contact spell.
Oh no, I rolled it with edge.
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Yeah, you just got 4 of them. Just use it.
So the normal calculation is what would yield a drain of -5, because it's force -6 for a touch spell, but the minimum drain for spell casting is 2.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Okay.
Let me go update my Benny sheet.
Don't forget to carry the 1.
Oh yeah.
All right. So you put a pretty good crack in the hull. It's not going to sink immediately.
It'll be like a slow.
You think you're probably going to want to do this at least 1 or 2 more times.
Oh man. Okay.
Because this is a pretty big barge.
Okay. Same spot, do it again, or a different spot?
If you had nautical engineering, I might tell you.
No, just got plain vanilla demolitions.
Okay. You know what? Make a demolitions test.
Oh no. This wasn't good last time.
And it's no better this time.
Ugh.
Whew.
Trash.
All right,
Trash.
so
Not a critical glitch, but
I'm gonna spend an edge to reroll this.
okay.
Because this is nonsense.
so if this
And you have-
barge is the Titanic and Amber's fist is the, or KO's fist is the iceberg, like shouldn't it go like
Yes.
across?
The idea that you have is you didn't punch like through it. You punched a crack formed, or it's sort of not quite spider web, but you made a dent and there was some cracking. If you hit it in this area maybe a couple more times, you would puncture the hole pretty well. However, you are sort of hanging there close to the water line with this barge. I'm going to ask you to make a swimming test. Or gymnastics, if you'd like, with a slightly higher threshold.
What's the default skill? Agility?
Default for swimming is strength.
Strength? Let's do that instead.
Okay.
Default skill.
Yes, Tesla, because all runners buy swimming. If they did, they would be called swimmers, not runners.
I'm going to re-roll my failures.
All right, just blowing through that fresh edge.
Yeah. This is nonsense. This is impossible. This is impossible. This is impossible. All of my edges are cursed.
I love it.
My edges are cursed. There's no way.
So 6 dice, 1 hit, post edge, nothing else. So 1 hit it is. You are barely holding it in place. You think the next hit you're going to need better on that swimming test.
Okay.
So is it like a resounding like thud or crash or like gong when she smacks this thing?
Yeah,
Okay.
you guys hear it, and Andy's sensors hear it, which is how you hear it.
Alrighty.
So it is probably, I mean, it sounds kind of like, I mean, it's a clang, but in this storm, maybe it might be mistaken for a thunderstrike.
Okay.
Maybe.
Cool.
That'll bring us to Gertrude. There's stuff shooting at you now.
I don't
Oh,
like
yeah,
that, but I more don't like that KO might knock herself unconscious in water. So
I don't know. My drain's pretty good. I haven't taken anything painful. But if you want to save me from drowning and being thrown underneath the barge, that'd be cool.
I would like to do that. Life rafts, or not life rafts. The rings. Like,
The donut.
Like,
yeah, lifesaver. Yep.
Like a candy.
Yep, lifesaver. Mm-hmm.
But I knew it was the candy, but I didn't know if it was also the actual thing.
yep,
Today
that's
I
where the
learned.
candy goes.
So the inflatable rafts did not come with life preservers,
Cool.
because the whole package had to be. It came with inflatable life vests.
I'm sure this is not up to code, but then again, like we're Shadowrunners, so never mind.
My
Well,
does,
We're all
does
To
my,
be, to be fair, you bought an inflatable raft to sail out on the lake.
did you say my
Survived.
wetsuit came with anything?
No.
Dang it. Oh, but I got the breathing thing.
Yeah, you did buy like the full scuba gear, so you have that.
Yeah, I'll be okay, Gertie.
I'm gonna
Just-
start blowing off life preservers.
All right.
You're probably the mom
They
of
said
the
they were inflatable life preservers.
Yeah.
Like, I'll be
Maybe-
all right. She's just like, mm-hmm.
Sure you will, honey.
Or pulling tabs, whatever it is to inflate them.
We have fiber.
No, Teslan. No, Teslan. I didn't buy one inflatable raft. I bought two.
Yes. Go out on Lake Michigan in a thunderstorm.
Yeah, see, Billy gets it. Team Mom. I'm gonna make sure everyone's
Yeah.
got their life preservers.
Okay, so you spend your turn. Yeah, so you get on a complex action, you'll get one of them fully filled.
Okay.
So that'll bring us to Mac.
How close am I to the tugboat at this point? Have I gotten far, far away?
Yeah, the tugboat is far away.
Okay.
It's probably a good 40, 50 meters by now.
Okay.
Because you guys took the rafts and went sort of down the barge line, and the tug has accelerated.
Great.
And we're back. All right, so you're going to shoot at...
Whoever was shooting at me. Because
Okay.
fuck that guy. Sorry. For astronaut, I swear. Sorry.
Assault rifle or shotgun?
I didn't even think about that. Would they both reach?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. We'll go with the assault rifle because it probably goes with it probably matches the outfit. So
Okay.
she's very concerned about looks right now, apparently.
You rolled 5 hits, and you're shooting the guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure we care about is the puppy still a puppy we care about? If it's a hellhound, we don't care about puppies. If it's
No.
hellhound, okay. Just making sure.
0.
By definition, this one doesn't get into heaven, right?
Wow.
That is, it's not gonna romp around with Charlie.
No.
Allerton,
Okay.
is that you?
I mean, no, absolutely not. I have no idea who that person is.
We can hang out with heck hounds, just not hellhounds.
So this guy's tagged pretty well. Ooh, that is not good for him.
I mean, could we rehabilitate the hellhound and like make it our pet?
A purgatory pooch, like.
Okay, so you put an assault rifle round right between this guy's eyes, and he sort of falls over into the lake, narrowly missing your boats,
But still missing them.
but still missing them.
Cool. No
Perfect.
more guns.
Okay, so since the tugboat is hurtling towards the bay, just gonna abandon aiming at that, and I'm going to just swing the cannon around to put a laser beam right in this crack KO put in the hole.
Okay.
Alrighty.
So if you open up Andy's character sheet, you should be able to just hit the button for the laser.
Alrighty.
And you get a bonus of 2 for the so you're going to hit modifiers. You've got 2 for the take aim action, and you get to add also dice equal to your control rig rating.
Alright, so then Also, I get to add dice equal to my control rig rating. So
Yep.
that will be what, gear or matrix? Matrix, right?
Augmentations or augs.
2. All right, so
Okay.
add 4.
So a total of 4 dice.
Sure, I'll screen edge too.
Okay, I was going to ask you if you meant to pre-edge that.
I'll go ahead and do it. Yeah.
Okay. So KO, you just got done punching this thing, and you reel your arm back, trying to steady yourself for the next punch, and this laser right past your face and slams into the crack that you just made.
Heads up, he says after the laser
the
passes through.
Duck!
Rude.
Like, that was a great idea. KO, he says.
Mather, you don't. You're at 0, so you don't get an action. So the only ones to go at this point are Sierra 4, Sierra 1. So Sierra 4 is the dog, by the way. And you know what? Mac, you have enraged the dog.
Yes, I have. Why wouldn't I?
Why wouldn't you indeed?
They killed its owner. Or
Yeah, you plugged its handler. Yep. So it jumps right in your boat and goes to bite you.
Great. Oh, wait, like 40 feet away, it can jump 40 feet?
No, it's not 40 feet away from you. It and the dude were basically right up above you guys. The tugboat is 40, 50 meters.
So what I meant earlier, and it's fine, it's totally fine, but like what I meant earlier was, I guess I was misunderstanding where they were. I meant them where they were in relation to us. If I was
so they're like maybe 3 to 5 meters above you.
Cool, fine. I stand by my decision, but it's I would have done had I known I was within reaching distance of the puppy.
So to be fair, you're not necessarily within reaching distance. That's why it had to jump off the boat and get into your boat.
That's fine. Great.
So let's see.
I'm gonna get murdered by a hellhound. If you get murdered by a hellhound, do you automatically go to hell? Is that how that works?
Seems like
It seems legit.
The pastor's spoken.
According to Supernatural, that is what happens.
Okay.
well, as a pastor, I can only say, would you like some more Novico? That's that's what I've got.
That is a sentence that has words in it.
Fortunately, you're still running. So you still had you were in combat when you used supernatural prowess, so your reaction is still enhanced.
Okay.
And that lasts for the one combat turn, because it's buffing your defense.
Okay.
Enough that you basically you've managed to knock its head aside just as it's ready to bite you. It's feeling a little bit warmer in this boat. You think it's as comfortable as you can be temperature-wise next to an attack dog, only because it's raining so hard.
Okay.
So let's see. That's what I want to do. At this point, yes. So at this point, another spirit of water materializes as this sort of rain, frost, freezing rain, fog thing materializes pretty close to Andy's boat. So with that, I'm going to clear the order, and we'll reroll initiative. And we're past the 9 o'clock hour, so while we're doing that, we're going to take our 5-minute break or 10-minute break, and we'll be back in 10. And we'll see how our runners get along. And welcome back. We have now rolled initiative for our second combat turn. And it is going to be fun. As the freezing rain spirit goes first. And I'm going to need... So it sort of tries to sort of wrap itself closer to Andy. So I need you, Frodo, to make a reaction plus intuition test.
Okay, reaction, intuition. Oop. I just clicked reaction and it went. No, I didn't get to choose something else. Let's see.
So if it does that, you can. If it does that, you can repeat the process with intuition, and we'll just add them together.
I did not mean to have edge here. Yeah. Actually, no. Tom just gave me one. I'll use it.
All
sure.
Right. Okay. So the windows are starting to fog up and freeze up. But Andy kicks the defoggers into full blast, and you are not affected by the accident power.
Good move, Andy.
So the water spirit, actually the water spirit, in absence of an order, will engage the freezing rain spirit in fighting.
I had an order I was going to give it, so can I give it an order ahead of time? I guess not. Go ahead.
No, it's a simple action to give an order.
Yeah.
Yeti.
Yeah, she's just over here being a menace, just poking me in the back of my neck.
You know what? I'll let you give an order, a single order, in conjunction with just having summoned it.
Okay. Because my order was going to be to save KO from drowning.
Okay. So we'll do that.
Guard action against environment.
Okay. Yeah, very good. That is a fully legit use of guard that is not normally used. Usually people just use the no glitch on me power. But it has another power that is going to be very handy in this particular situation. All right. So it spends its action activating that power. We'll say, because it had an action left over last turn, it materialized to do that.
Okay.
So it materialized last turn, and now it's using the power.
Perfect.
The tugboat is sort of, it's no longer accelerating away. It looks like it's turning around. But since it's a tugboat, it's pretty slow to turn around. The Hellhound is still trying to bite Mac.
Right.
So the Hellhound... the Hellhound will spend a nerp. And still not roll. Well, still rolls kind of average.
I mean, that's probably good enough considering how well I've been rolling. So
it rolled 3, you rolled 3, and in Shadowrun 5th edition, ties go the defender. So it's biting at you. You can feel that sort of fiery breath coming from its mouth, but you're managing to keep it off of you.
okay.
couple of the guards pop over. So you see a guard on each end of the barge look over the side towards you guys. And one of them will shoot at Gertrude, the other will shoot at Mather. So at Gertrude, I need a defense against this. So defense against 2.
Beer man.
Again, ties go to the defender. And against Mather. Only 1.
All right, that's still my. Considering who it is, it's still my. I still can't find anything on the character sheet. Where's defense?
So on core.
Yeah.
Next to your primary armor, there's a little shield icon.
That's right.
So you roll the shield icon for defense. If you're hit, you'll click on the armor box.
There you go. Look at that.
But you are not hit. Okay. So those are the guards' turns. You guys can also see a couple other guards looking over the front of the barge, trying to find KO, and not really finding much. They really can't get a clear shot. KO.
Does that mean I shouldn't move from my position at all?
That means you're now pretty well placed to take your second shot on the hull.
Oh, do I need to, even though Frodo shot the boat?
But bigger hole is better.
Okay, then I'll do that. Let's see. Okay, gotcha. Edge turn back on. Hit shatter.
With your demolition skill last turn, you think the laser made a hole in it, but if you're looking to sink this thing, you want a bigger hole than that.
Okay. So is changing the force going to do anything?
So the only thing that force does is it sets the limit.
Oh.
If you're just rolling normally, it sets the limit on the number of hits. If you free edge it, then the force does nothing except set drain.
Okay, well there we go. There's that.
9 hits, and then roll drain.
Turn that off. Drain. There we go.
Fortunately, 2 is all you needed. So you take this one is a bigger hit. This one you crack at it, and a big hole sort of splits open in the front of this barge, and you see water, the satisfying sight of water spilling in to the hull.
Amazing.
Mac.
So what I want to do,
you have a hellhound in your face.
I do. I want to throw the hellhound in the water and extinguish.
Okay. So good.
That's
This will be unarmed combat. Would you like to spend any bennies on that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'd like to do as well as humanly possible. Thanks. Or whatever I am. Elvenly possible.
Okay. So pre-edge. And with that, what does it take to activate? I don't think that takes an action. Okay, so you'll use your supernatural prowess again to bump your agility. No, you've already got 10 agility. But 2 extra dice, that's fine. So I've got edge and modifier set. So the unarmed combat with a 2 modifier. 5 hits.
It's not enough to toss a puppy in the water.
And let's see what the Hellhound does here.
Oh. I feel like that's a purgatory puppy.
Yeah, so you sort of wrestle around with it a bit. It's getting pretty hot wrestling around with it. You sort of roll it over the side. And fortunately, you rolled high enough that it didn't melt part of the boat as it went in.
That's great. That was a really good thing. Yep. Okay.
So it starts yelping. Gertrude.
What's it looking like for KO since she's had a laser shot at her and
I don't like the way you characterize that.
Amazingly, she's taken no damage so far.
a laser shot in her general direction? How's that?
Fair.
Very Python with your horns.
Yeah.
We'll call it in the manner of Spaceballs, a warning shot across our nose. Yeah. So KO is she's sort of buoyed up by this materialized water spirit.
Okay. All right. And is Mac in the water or
No, I'm up on the raft.
you're on the
Right. Mac is on the raft.
On the raft.
Amazingly enough, in this sort of rolling around wrestling melee, Mac managed to throw the dog over the side while remaining on board.
Okay.
Just that.
Then you said the tugboat's starting to turn around.
Yep.
Then I'm gonna start. Can these rafts pull this barge, or will we just
no.
kind of transfer? Okay.
Yeah, the idea originally was to find where the cargo was and steal part of it, and I guess blow up the rest. There was plenty of emphasis on blow it up.
Mm-hmm.
But no, pulling this barge with the rafts is a non-starter.
Is there a way for me to tie off the raft so I can get up on the barge and start looking for the cargo?
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay.
The guys who were shooting at you are on sort of either end of the barge, so they're probably 20 meters or so away each direction. The two rafts are still tied together, amazingly enough. And you've got the reach. You just pull up and you pull yourself up onto the deck. Make a perception test. Okay. You think you see sort of toward the middle of the barge, there are the 3 tricons that have that match the description that you were given.
Okay. Then I will start to head to the middle of the barge.
Okay. So that'll take your action. Frodo.
Bzzz, like hit the button again.
You shooting the barge?
Oh yeah.
Okay. So you no longer have the 2 dice for take aim, but you do still have 2 dice for your control rig.
Alrighty. Let's go, Andy. Alright.
Jen, if that weight was I'm on the barge.
Yeah, that was which way were we shooting at?
Yep.
Oh wait, you're on the barge?
Yeah, that's why I made the noise.
Oh, did you say that you're on the barge?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're getting on the barge to get the stuff.
Mere seconds before you start shooting the barge, which made us think that this was a heel turn that he had not seen coming.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, no, I definitely
you.
would seek the boat while she's actively on said boat. My bad. No.
Billy Berserker says he would shoot the barge anyway. That's what Billy would do.
Is that what you're saying? Oh, icon.
I'm seeing that's what Billy says in chat.
All right. You know what? Yeah, you're right. I should probably just go with it. Hit the bar. Hit it. I hope you can swim, Gertie. Yeah.
So-
All right. So go ahead and on Andy hit that laser weapon with a +2 modifier.
Oh God.
Okay,
Why is her edge still? Okay, whatever. I'll use it.
Okay,
That's
so
what
if
I'm
you're going to
doing.
use it, we'll go ahead and stick with what we've got.
Yeah, we got it.
Whew.
I really need to
So-
deselect this
Yeah,
here.
so KO, you are pretty satisfied that water's going into the hull, and then laser beam goes by you again, narrowly missing you.
You know, this reminds me of a story of when I was younger and my father forced me to kill a spider with a fly swatter on the wall. But I was so scared that I shut my eyes and I hit the wall and I missed the spider, but the spider died anyway from just sheer fear and it curled up and fell to the ground. KO might just let go and just drop into the water.
Wait, what?
Like, but we'll see on her turn.
Mather.
Yeah, simple action. I tell the water spirit to expand its guard to its maximum, which is or enough to cover all of us, because it can cover up
Yep.
to 7 people with its guard against the environment, so that no one here will drown. And then I look at the guy who shot at me and begin centering myself with the song "Don't Mess with Me" by Tempo Shark, and then cast a Force 8 agony spell.
Okay.
Sounds horrible.
Okay, that's unfortunate for him.
I don't know how you're going to split that, but well, it's never mind. It's number of hits.
So it caps at force,
Yeah. So
unless you pre-edge it.
no.
And he is not rolling that many dice. So he'll take 6 of those hits.
So,
so-
3 body, 3 stun.
So 3 and 3. Okay. So just enough to still be a -2 penalty. And he sort of yelps and starts reacting like he's in pain. The rifle sort of drops and it's sort of it's sort of dangling by the combat sling.
And he got the finger guns, and I just wink at him after I do it.
Freezing rain spirit is still trying to. Yeah, it's still trying to do that thing to Andy. So I need a reaction plus intuition test from you.
Alrighty.
Well, since Frodo's trying to kill Gertie now, with let it go. That's fine.
Oh, that's better.
I'm not trying to kill Gertie.
Yeah,
I'm
and
trying to
once he's,
sink the boat.
once he's successful, he will have killed Gertie.
Yeah, so Gertrude, you do notice at this point a definite a shift. I mean, it's fairly minor because it's such a big barge, but you do notice a shift in the weight of the barge forward.
Find a life raft or a lifesaver. You should
Okay.
be fine.
Oof. Okay.
I bought 2.
So the water spirit executes its order. The tugboat is still executing a turn. The hellhound is
Yelping.
swimming, but not terribly well. Both guards will shoot at Mather. We'll start with the agony one first, but they're both attacking simultaneously. But the first one does take a -2 modifier. Which I will boost with some NERP. So it's +1. Ooh, 4 hits.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna use a NERP on mine too. But,
Okay.
you can play at this game, Bob.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Ooh.
All right.
Some play better than others, I guess.
Oh no. Oh no.
Here's a reason why I spend an extraordinarily large amount of money on a business suit. Good. What's my damage here, Rod?
So the damage is 11s, AP -5. Electrical.
Okay, so -5. My suit is wait, there we go. Against electrical. Is it the armor piercings against if you have electrical protection, the armor piercings against that too?
So if you have electrical protection, that adds to the armor essentially. And then you take off the -5.
Okay.
So that's soaking 5s from that. So that first one does 5 stun to you. The second one only rolls 2 hits on you. And ties go to the defender.
Yep.
And you swear you hear through the storm, you hear that oh so familiar from the guard, "Keep the mage!"
You wish.
KO.
I'm gonna assume that the spirit, if I just let go, will
Bear you aloft.
put me onto the barge, maybe?
Kind of like Moana, like.
Yeah, just like a.
Depends on the order it's been given.
So I'm hoping guard against the environment will. I don't know. We'll just see what happens. I let go. I
You
drop.
just let go. Okay. So you let go and you do the trust fall into the spirit's hands because the spirit is there for you. And it does it keeps you above the water. You're not in danger of drowning. It feels a little drier, actually.
Drowning you.
But it does not automatically put you on deck.
With the arms wide open.
I would like it. It's raining and stuff, right? So things are
Oh,
wet
yeah.
up above. Am I gonna do this? Hold on. Oh, this is bad. You know, I believe in my friends. I think they can make it. I'm gonna yell contact through the comms, lightning bolt, and then I'm gonna cast lightning bolt onto the top deck where it's wet.
Oh snap.
And hopefully, electricity still works the same way it should.
Someone's been watching some Mr.
It's-
Wizard trids.
What is magical electricity? What are you trying to? You're trying to turn a lightning bolt into an AOE, essentially.
Yes.
Yeah.
So onto the
Salt
deck of
water's
the
even
barge.
extra effective. Just
Yes.
saying.
So, you know, you can tell me now that my dreams are invalid, or I can make this roll.
So you can make this roll with the caveat that you know Gertrude is on deck as well.
I believe in her.
Man, there's so much betrayal of Gertrude.
Like the betrayal was happening.
I said contact, lightning bolt. I'm gonna go ahead and pre-edge it as well.
And frankly, it's gonna do less damage to more targets.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm sorry, I will never leave y'all for 2 weeks again.
And then what kind of
Are you
force am I looking
sure?
for?
So here, lightning bolt is indirect. So lightning bolt does matter what force you cast it at. So for this
Okay.
kind of trick, you want to go big.
Let's see. We talked about the math. Hold on. I gotta. -3, and then 4, 7
What's the drain on?
Force -3.
-3.
It's -3.
So
that
it's
means-
that give me 4,
What's your magic rating?
10,
Double it.
Your magic is 10.
10, 7, 10, 7, 10.
7, I think.
So 7 and then 10 in
You're
parentheses.
throwing a
Oh,
force.
because you have a power
14.
focus.
Yeah.
Yes.
Cast it at 4/7.
Okay, cool.
Oh no, that's right. You have that spell casting focus. That's right.
Mhm.
Just double your magic rating and let that
So-
shit fly.
No, dude, I'm not
Yes.
trying to kill myself too.
So your magic is 7, but basically it's adding 3 extra dice whenever you do stuff with magic.
Here we go. I like to just take 2 drain.
Okay. Let's see. So 10. I'm gonna have that damage. But I'll apply it to all 3 targets you can, all 4 targets you can currently see. And those are the 3 guards and the Gertrude.
Okay.
So you're going to soak 5p, AP -7.
When you say the Gertrude, I just imagine her in a bathrobe drinking a White Russian.
Let's see. So that means under core, am I hitting?
Well,
Which part?
you're not hitting anything.
Oh, okay.
You're done. I'm asking Gertrude to make a soak,
Oh,
and the guards will need to make a soak.
my bad.
Against 5p, AP -7. It's electrical in case you happen to have non-conductivity on your armor.
It was on my list, but not soon enough, apparently.
Yeah, you spent the money on KO, didn't you? I was.
So you take 1 box. Came into that pretty well. The guards, however,
Yeah, I believe in my friends. See?
I'll write that down. The things I can do to my friends because I know they can survive it. Send me a list.
Electrocution. Number 1.
so the guy that's being afflicted with agony falls over,
As he should.
dangerously close to a critical glitch. The guy in the far back of the barge takes less of that damage, and the guy in the middle is kind of closer to Gertrude and takes some of that damage. enough to take a wind modifier.
Nice.
Mac.
How close and angry is that puppy?
It'll probably try climbing back into the boat on its next action.
Cool. I shoot it.
Okay.
That's why I asked early if we cared
Uh-huh.
about this puppy or about other puppies.
That's fair. And we established you have your assault rifle out.
Do.
Only 2 hits on 15 dice? That's terrible.
Awful.
Something fishy happening.
Yeah,
And
roll 20.
in the
Not
lake?
doing well. Literally, because we're in a freaking lake.
And ties go to the defender, so you narrowly miss the hellhound.
Purgatory puppy.
Gertrude, you've just been electrocuted.
Yep.
You've been betrayed by your comrades of all these years, months,
Definitely at least days.
at least days.
I tried to save you from drowning.
I already know you.
I am gonna, now that I've taken my mild electrocution between friends, I'm gonna try and open this crate to. Are we moving just the crates themselves, or are we trying to get the stuff that's inside it? I was unclear what the goal was for that.
Just as long as it doesn't get back to them, right?
Yeah, so the primary goal of the mission was make sure these things don't arrive at Truman. You did come up with an idea that maybe if it's something you can sell, you might be able to sell it to someone else or give it to someone else to help out or whatever.
Yeah, but that was not what we were getting paid.
Right.
But
well,
that's not what you're getting paid for.
Because of other jobs that Gertrude has done, she would like to open it and make sure it's not living people before.
Okay, that's absolutely fair. It is sealed, so I'll ask for a lifting test.
Or their arrow.
Lift and carry.
Yeah, lift carry. Okay, yeah, you have no trouble. It doesn't have a lock on it. It's got like one of those, like a custom seal sort of thing on it. But you just sort of rip that off. You're kind of in a hurry to open up this container. It's the big metal container, and you open it up, and you don't see living people. You do see it. It seems like it's what it was advertised to be. Sort of medical supplies, med kits, things of that nature.
Well, all right, then let's start loading up the rafts with as many med kits and medical supplies as we can
Okay.
before my friends
Kill you.
kill me.
You may need those, though. You might want to keep a couple on your person.
Just grab all the Plan B you can, throw it on the raft, and let's go.
Frodo, it is your
With
turn.
terms like these, who needs enemies?
Huh? What was that?
Frodo, it is
Nothing.
your turn.
My turn.
Yep.
All right. So, am I pretty confident that there's a big ass hole in this boat at this point?
You are.
Okay.
You are skilled in pilot watercrafts. You know this is not a good thing for any boat.
Okay. So I'm gonna stop shooting. You know the hull of the boat. Is there? Do I see anything that's like hounding my friends that's up on the barge or anything?
There's the hound in the water. There are a couple of guys that you can see, and there's of course the tugboat that's trying to come back around.
Oh, the tugboat's coming back around. How far away
Mhm.
is it?
By now it's probably 50, 60 meters.
Let me look at the range on this thing. Oh, it's sniper rifle ranges. Yeah, let me hit this. I was all right. It's swinging back around. I'm gonna take a pot shot at the tugboat.
Okay.
I'm gonna be like, we need to. They're coming back around. Wait, what is this?
At this point, you critically glitch.
I'm gonna do I still critically glitch even if I re-roll it?
You still critically glitch, unless you have a smackdown to prevent it.
I do not. Alrighty.
Okay. Yeah, the last time the spirit got you with the accident power, pretty good.
Fair enough. Alrighty.
So the laser fails to fire. Sort of droops forward, and you get a whole bunch of caution and warning lights popping up.
What's going on, Andy? Like he's like, boop, 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 boop.
You melted the optics.
Oh shit. Yeah,
I don't know how you did that. You're in the rain.
I have no idea how either. Okay. What can I do to rectify the situation, or is there anything I can do?
You think the laser's going to need some repair before it will ever fire again.
Okay.
And that's probably a longer task than you have time for right now.
It makes complete sense. All right, and then that'll be my turn.
Okay. Let's see. So we've got, at this point, the freezing rain spirit is still going for you, Frodo. Make a reaction plus intuition test, please.
Alrighty.
Oof, ties go to the defender.
Haha.
The water spirit is still keeping people dry. The tugboat is coming back around. And you see some weapons being deployed on it. Including at least one light machine gun. The Hellhound. Here's my sheet. Okay. Skilled agility. Managed to climb itself back into your boat, Mac. And at that point, we're going to go ahead and roll initiative again. Actually, we'll just go in the same order. KO.
Okay. So Gertie's still alive. Thank God. Everyone's still alive. Who looks like they're in the need of the most dire help?
Well, you do see the Hellhound has climbed back into Mac's boat.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna blast the Hellhound, I think.
Okay.
I think I'll do that.
With lightning bolt?
With the mana bolt?
Okay, mana bolt it is.
Yeah, I'll pre-edge it as well.
Okay.
And submit. Force.
If you're pre-edging a mana bolt, force 1.
Force 1.
Because it's a direct spell.
Okay, there we go.
And then roll that drain just in case.
Don't embarrass me. Yes. Okay.
So the hellhound slumps over.
Good. Good.
Mac.
So I am going to, I guess, like, I'm assuming slumped over means dead. So, she would like to roll it into the water so it can just in case it's out, maybe it's, unconscious and not quite dead, it can drown.
Okay. Yeah, so you spend your turn rolling it back over the side, and it goes in the water. Wow. Gertrude. That's what you see as you get medical supplies to the boat.
Well, all right. Then, if y'all are done drowning hellhounds, I
Yeah.
guess we could leave, unless you want to try and grab any more med kits out of there.
How are you doing, Gertie? You doing okay?
I'm a little singed. Got a little bit of a new haircut going on, but otherwise I'm all right.
All right, Evelyn. Yeah, get back in the fucking boat. Let's go.
Okay, so you don't go back for more supplies. You take the ones that you got. As you guys depart the scene, and you do see as you're sort of leaving the sight line of the barge, you do see it sort of listing forward a bit, as it's definitely taking on water.
We did good.
So point of order. Did the container go into the water or is it going down with the barge?
Are you going to wait around and watch?
No, I mean, in the of what we observed, did the container you were stealing from go over into the water?
No.
It's still on the barge.
I instruct the water elemental to sink that barge. Just climb in the hole that's made, fill it with water, and send it. Just use accident. I mean, it's.
And you catch a thought in the back of your mind. The natural state of boats, sunken. As you see the barge much more quickly go under.
I send back a message. You are an absolute delight. I love this. I love this water elemental. I'm calling him again sometime.
Like vacationing in Lake Michigan is what I'm hearing.
So you guys depart the scene, and you return to your port, where Darcy is waiting for you. And we'll wrap it up here as you get paid by Sid for a job well done. And we'll think about before next time what you want to do with the supplies you've absconded with.
I want to get a new laser. That's what.
Yeah. So during your downtime, you'll be able to repair your laser. That's no problem.
Amazing.
So that completes 0705, A Little Wetwork. Join us next week when we start the mission that ends the season, 0706. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Thank you, all the players, for making it fun. And thanks to Jesse for keeping us on track. Any announcements real quick before we want to sign off?
None from me, but thank you, Bob, for running game.
Yeah.
Thanks.
A lot of fun, Bob. This is good.
All right. See you guys next week.
Adios.
Much love, everybody.